Good morning. Yeah, welcome to another edition of Import Export Platform Facebook Live from 320 Academy. All right. We'll be starting a new session today on starting and managing export business. And we're looking at part 28. Part 28, starting and managing export business, part 28. Today I'll be talking about pricing again, but not pricing of the shipment of the product, but pricing of the packaging. I will be using a case study of a product we did recently. So a product we export rather, that our supplier actually produced the packaging in China. So I'll be looking at the packaging for PAP. So in this discussion, I'll be using that as my example, so that when I'm quoting a price, you have an idea of the pricing, and then it becomes easier for us to move on from there. Packaging actually involves different stages. I'm trying to see if I can quickly get that. Involve different stages. 1 minute. And with each of the stages in packaging, then we have the pricing. For each of the stages in packaging, we have the pricing. So it moves from the design to the development of the material, and from the development to the prototype printing, from prototype printing to the printing of the real product itself, and then the shipment of this item to the person producing it. So let's assume I want to produce this. This is PAP. We ship this to the UK. So let's assume I want to produce this. The first thing is to design it. So I'll get a person to do my design. So you design the front and then design the back. Design the front, design the back. And in designing, I must be able to get a brand name that I'm trademarking. A brand name that I'm trademarking. That's very important. So on this PAP now, you can see the name of the, this is not the company name, this is the name, this is the brand name for this product, and it's called Tasty Pot. Then the name of the product itself, Ogi, white maize powder. And the idea here is to describe well enough for anyone buying to know exactly what he's buying. And that's so critical. That's so critical. For anyone buying to know exactly what he's buying. Now, this is Ogi, and that's a local name in Nigeria. But the English name is there, PAP, and Akamu is there, another language in Nigeria. Now, this product have vanilla flavor. I'm trying to smell it. And it's stated here, no preservative, 100% white maize. These are very important information. And you can see the raw maize there. You can see, now why I like this design is that it showed me the raw maize. It showed me the finished product after, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. It showed me the raw maize and the finished product after processing. You see this white area is actually transparent, so that you can see what is inside. Let me see if I can get another color so you can see the difference. See this one also? Is this brown Ogi? and it says brown guinea corn powder, and you can see there. So you can see the guinea corn, you can see the ogi itself after production. These are very important information, so that when you are doing your designing, you know, sometimes I saw one design recently, the person designed and it was finished product that was inside, but the design was the raw. And I was saying, the picture you are putting is the picture of the raw you use. How about the finished? So when it finished, how does it look like? Why don't you show us that? Why don't you show us that picture so we will see the way it looks like after this product is finished? And he said, okay, that she will work on that. So it's good we see the product after it's finished and to be able to know exactly how it looks like. It's good we see the product after it's finished so we know exactly how it looks like. And that's why I love this design. Now, you will notice something again in designing. You notice that the net weight of the product is stated. It's stated in gram, in pounds, and in ounce. What this is basically saying is that as I'm going to EU, UK, US, I'm ready for the market. Because he has given different weight. UK, they work, US, you work one with pounds. UK, they are okay with kg, even though they don't mind pounds also. But basically, what I'm saying, in essence, is that the design in front, you can see. Now, let's go to the back. At the back of this design, you can see the ingredient, guinea corn. How to prepare it. You know, this is food item. This is food item. How to prepare it. Mix desired ogi powder with some water after thorough mixing. Pour boiling water into the mixture. Stir until mixture thicken into ogi. Then how to use it. And it's stated, Tasty Pot is a registered trademark of Itava Limited. And he put a picture there under, just showing when you eat ogi with akara. For those that know akara. Then you can see the contact detail and the address. You can see the nutritional fact showing the fat, saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, sodium, carbohydrate, dietary, protein, vitamin A and C. It also shows the NAFDAC number, batch number, production date, expiry date, or best before date, then the barcode. You can see what was designed at the back. I'm going to show you so you can appreciate this design. And you can, if you are doing food item, you have an idea of what should be in your design. But you know, our focus today is not the design. It's not the packaging itself or the labeling, is the design. So I just take time to go through example I have with me here, because what that does for you basically, it makes it easier for you to have an idea of how you are supposed to do yours. How you are supposed to do yours afterwards. How you're supposed to do yours afterwards. So now this is a stand-up pouch. You can see under. It can stand, and then it's resealable pack. It's resealable pack. So if I tear this off now and I open it, I can seal it back after I've taken the one I want to use inside. So it's a resealable pack. These are very important because today, stand-up pouch is a fad. It's in vogue. Anything you are doing without stand-up pouch in Nigeria, people will not appreciate it. Why? Because of the beauty of stand-up pouch. It doesn't just stand on its own, it's resealable. I don't need to go and get a rubber band to tie the mouth or tie the mouth with my hand. It's resealable. So it's neat and good enough. All right? Now, in designing, after doing the design, the next thing is to give it to the people producing for them to produce my cylinder, my template, my stencil, my drum, whatever it is you call it. But what they're going to use to roll out when they are printing your material. And this is dependent on color. In this product, we have white, we have yellow, we have red, we have black, that's 4. We have green, that's 5. White, yellow, red, black, green, and brown, that's 6. And blue, that's 7. This product have about 7 different colors. That color is so critical because that color is what eventually will determine how much my drum cost. They are going to do a cylinder or a color or a cylinder or a drum for every color, because that means they are going to roll this thing when they are printing 7 times. 7 times. To ensure all the colors I've seen show. Now, because it's 6, if I'm doing this, when this was done in China, a drum is $110. That means times 7, that will be $770. $770. Now, then the printing, because they develop that drum and print. If I'm printing is about 0.1 or 0.09. 0.1 times 20,000 pieces will be $2,000. So if I'm printing 20,000 pieces, which is the minimum, at the rate of $0.1, that will be 20,000. That will be $2,000. So I have $770, $2,000. Total cost is about $2,770. $2,770. $2,770. $2,770. That is the total cost of printing. $2,770 will be about, if I use 360, 180 plus 40, that's about 220. I'm trying to do the calculation because I'm looking at 220 or 250. No, 200. Okay, 40, 180, 220, 260. Yeah, about 260 plus 720. That would be 720, 820, 920, about 1 million. About 1 million. About 1 million. To print 20,000 pieces. So if I'm bringing it to Nigeria, typically, if I'm going by air, which is cargo, the weight of this item will be about 150 kg from the one that has been done in the past. The unit to send it by air is $4.5 per kg. That comes to about $675. Then cargo clearing locally is about 500 naira per kg for 150 kg. That comes to about $202. Delivery is about 500 naira per kg. For 150 kg, that's about $40. Total is about $3,800, $900. $3,800 or $900. Let's say $3,000. Sorry, let's say $4,000. $4,000 just to round it off. $4,000. $4,000 will be 1.5, about 1.5 million. About 1.5 million. About 1.5 million. So to do this and deliver to Lagos, 20,000 pieces is about 1.5 million naira. That's a huge investment for an SME. That's a huge investment for an SME. But that's to give you an insight into the cost of printing this. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is so that when you're doing your product, you can have an idea. If my size is smaller than this, that means my cost will come down a little. If my size is bigger than this, that means my own will be up a little. If my color is more than 6, 7, I'm not sure any color more than 7, 8. But this is designed. It was deliberate for it to be very colorful. That was deliberate on the part of the manufacturer to be very, very colorful. Let's look at the color of this one. Blue, 1, yellow, 2, white, 3, black, 4, red, 5, green, 6. So this one is 6 colors. This one is 6 colors. This one is 6 colors. So 6, 7 colors from very colorful items. But what people do most of the time is to mix the color. So that means delivering this thing to Lagos will cost about 1.5 million. With 1.5 million, you can do a 500-gram stand-up pouch, 6, 7 colors to design, to print, to develop the drum, and to deliver it to you in Lagos will cost about 1.5 million naira for 20,000 pieces. So how much will a piece cost then? Let's divide 20,000 naira. That will be 20,000 pieces. 20,000 pieces divided by, 1,500,000 divided by 20,000. That comes to 75 naira for one. 75 naira for one. So if I'm buying this thing at 500, if I'm buying it, for example, let me give you an example. So let's say you want to export this now. You can do this part yourself at about 1.5 million. This part yourself about 1.5 million. Now when you finish this pack, this, which is 75 naira, this lady can produce for you. And I'm sure it can produce for you at maybe 250, max 300. Max 300. And pour it inside this material for you. Now, what I'm basically saying is that you don't need, so that means if I have 1.5 million, or if I have 2 million actually, if I have 2 million, I can do my NAFDAC. My NAFDAC will cost me about maybe 200,000. So if I do my NAFDAC for 400,000 will be for about 4 or 5 products, for about 4 products, a minimum of 4 products actually, so that I won't have to be repeating. So that means if I spend about 150, 200 for 4 products, that's about 50,000 per product actually. Now, so that means with 2 million naira, I can actually start exporting this item. Because if I give this lady 300,000, it can produce for me. I've used 200,000 for my NAFDAC, 300,000 to produce the content, and 1.5 for the packaging. Now, the packaging is my packaging, so I can give her, if it's producing for me, if I give her 300,000, let's say it's producing at 300 for me. It's producing at 300 naira for me. If I told her, okay, do for me, if I give her 300,000 and it's producing at the rate of 300 for me, that means I can do 1,000 pieces for 300,000. That 1,000 pieces of 300,000 I'm doing, that means I will use 1,000 out of my pack, and I can sell it locally. Now that means that thing is costing me 375 naira, and I can sell it at the rate of 500 naira locally. That means I'm making 125 on it, and I can export it at the rate of £1.70. Let me check. £1.70. £1.70 times 460. I can export at the rate of 782 naira. I can export at the rate of 782 naira. What am I saying? I'm trying to paint a picture in our mind, actually. I'm trying to paint a picture in our mind. And the picture I'm basically trying to paint in our mind is to let you see the fact that you don't need to be the owner of the product to export it. You don't need to be the owner of the product to export it. And this is so critical, this is so important, that I don't need to be the owner of the product to export it. I basically need to look for alliances with people producing, who will produce for me, who will make money. When they produce for me anyway, they make money, so they're okay. They're okay. So they produce for me. I get my NAFDAC and I can begin to export. So let me worry about the marketing locally and internationally. Let someone worry about the production. Let me worry about the marketing. Let someone else worry about the production. And this is so critical and so important. This is so critical and so important. I'm emphasizing this because when people think of value-added goods, which we have been promoting seriously recently, they think of the fact that they need 5 million, 10 million to set up a factory. And I said, no. Many young people producing need people to work with, need people to buy from them. You be the market to buy from them and then export. Now, when I use 300, I'm actually being conservative. I'm sure she can do it at 250 actually. To put it inside for you at 250. So that means you can make a lot of money doing this. You can make a lot of money doing this. And this is very important, very critical, very crucial. So in total, if I'm shipping this thing by cargo, I will spend about $4,000. But if I'm shipping it by air, if I'm shipping by cargo, by air, about $4,000. If I'm shipping it by sea, I will spend about $3,500. But if I'm moving it by sea, it will take a longer time to get to me. If I do it by air, in max 2 months, max 4 to 6 weeks, I can complete the process. But if I do it by air, by sea, 10 to 12 months, I'll complete the process because of the movement by sea. So what I tell my client is, do a combination. If they finish production by the end of 4th week, you tell them, ship 5,000 pieces by air for me and ship the remaining by sea, because the cost of shipping by sea is very, very low. Look, let me show you. The cost of shipping by air is about 249,000 or 250,000. The cost of shipping the same thing by sea is about 80,000 times 3. Times 3. Times 3. So meaning I'm a lot better off shipping it by what? By sea. But because I need to start using my packaging, I tell them to ship it partly by air and partly by sea. partly by air and partly by sea. I believe you've learned one or two things again today. Mark Fred Iloegbon, Adeyanju Grace, Oyedele Kayode, Olakunle Otolorin, Chijioke Adebowale. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. I'll be up again in the evening, and we will still be discussing again starting and managing export business. And the evening, I'll be looking at part 29, and I'll be moving away from pricing. I'll be looking at the process and paperwork. I'll be looking at the process and paperwork. Thank you very much for listening. Have a great weekend, and bye for now.